Thanks for listening to the Adam Carolla Show on Podcast One.
Well, in the first half, I have a big announcement, and we also get into Keygate and exploding wine bottles inside my car. First, I'll get into Geico. Do you rent your home? Well, sure. You do one or the other, right? Then there is your automotive policy. Geico suggests you bundle those two, put them together. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com. Get a quote, see just how much you could be saving when you get your bundle working at Geico. That is geico.com. Visit geico.com today and get your bundle on at geico.com.
80% of Americans found something they can all agree on. America is falling apart. How did we get here and how do we get out of it? Newsflash, media plays a central role in both. Check out our new podcast, Media Roundtable. We'll talk to media moguls, top hosts on both sides of the aisle, and the people who pay for it all, the sponsors. Media Roundtable is not just a podcast, it's a movement to restore trust and civility to the national conversation, and we need you to be a part of it. Look for Media Roundtable wherever you get your shows and subscribe now.
From Carolla One Studios in Glendale, California, this is the Adam Carolla Show. Adam's guest today, former Navy SEAL sniper and best-selling author, Jack Carr. With Gina Grad on news and Bald Brian on sound effects. And now, he gets his peaches in Georgia and his wallet raped in California. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get it on. A choice is going to mandate you get it on. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. We love that about you, right, Gina Grad?
That's right.
Handball, Brian.
Shit, yeah.
Well, we're going to start the show with some sad personal news.
Oh, no.
Lynette and I are getting divorced.
Oh, shit.
It's not something that I wanted to get or to do. I'm a product of divorce.
Yeah.
Lynette's a product of divorce. It's not the kind of thing. It's just, well, no one ever signs up to get divorced.
No.
I got your wedding invitation today.
Bittersweet.
I was driving in thinking, I got to talk about this. How do I talk about it? And then my phone lit up.
Sorry.
Gina said, we set a date, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Very sorry.
Zero-sum game.
We've been separated for a few months. It's hard. The kids come first,
I was going to say.
And they have, and they're doing well.
Ugh.
And some say too well.
Yeah.
Like literally
Thriving?
Benefiting.
I wanted a little devastation.
Right.
I did not
Yeah.
get much devastation.
It's like, hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? It's been a difficult time.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. I very much didn't know this.
That stinks.
We've been together for 25 years.
Jesus.
We're very different human beings.
Mm-hmm.
We have different sets of philosophies. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish, it's not an event. It's not somebody was cheating.
Right.
It's not, chronic gambling or COVID. It's really just two people that were just that different and just had completely different processes and approaches to life and just couldn't meet in the middle somewhere. And it's hard. I mean, it's a weird thing. Everyone gets divorced, or a lot of people get divorced. No one around here really has gotten divorced, but everyone else seems to get divorced.
Well, didn't Andrew, who was the one who wouldn't need it, he got divorced and moved back home?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you got that going for you, buddy.
I should send him a text.
And I feel like, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to be really sad, the vast majority of us parents are divorced.
Yeah, and so it's weird because everyone's parents are divorced, and every time you turn on the news, Bill Gates is getting divorced or someone's getting divorced, but just never was in my cards. Like it wasn't something that it wasn't. I guess I didn't have as an option.
Right.
My thing was like whatever isn't working, we'll make it work, and but ultimately, if you can't make it work, then it's probably,
Right.
for the good. So I'm in a pretty good place.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been a long time coming, at least
It has been.
from what we said.
Yeah, I was not, it was tough initially, but I'm in a pretty good place now and, I'm sort of getting on with it and enjoying my life. But, I wanted to, oh yeah, there are no shows in Wisconsin. I'm going to spread my wings.
Yep.
But it was tough, and I wanted to let the audience know what was going on, but I didn't want to jump the gun, and I wanted to sort of make sure that, the kids and the ducks were in line, in a row.
This is a very, very big life event that you don't just want to sort of half-ass it.
Yeah, but it is now official, or it's getting filed, so it shall be. Yes.
How is your relationship amicable right now? Or tough? Or both?
It's okay. I mean, we worked out a schedule, and everyone is sort of keeping up with it, and it sucks, and back and forth, and so
who's going to sell those Paul Balloon cars in
nesting now? Yeah.
Oh man.
So you stay at the house. The kids don't leave the house. It's much better. Like when my parents got divorced. My dad just moved out and crashed on the sofa at my grandparents' house. Oh, yeah. So you can if you got some money, essentially, and you can do the nesting thing, and
That's
the kids
incredible.
don't have to move into an apartment and all that kind of stuff.
The grads didn't know that was an option in our time.
I know. Look, people always talk about divorce, like divorce, it destroys the kids, or it's so tough on the kids. You can do it in a way, if you want to throw some money at it, where the kids are not really affected, not nearly to the degree that we all were, because first things first, sometimes folks moved to Indiana.
Yeah.
And you got to go to a new school and
or you
all
only
that
see
stuff.
them in the summer or whatever.
Yeah, so it's all sort of been about the kids, keeping everything sort of neutral. And let's be honest, Olga helps a lot because she's a constant.
You mean mom?
And she's there. So she's not going in and out and back and forth and everything. But I wanted to share that with everyone. I was really kind of embarrassed, honestly. Like my number one kind of feeling is sort of shame, embarrassment. Like I just felt like, I'm now going to. I think divorce feels like a failure. And I think
distance in this.
In a sense.
Now you are going to join the ranks of my stupid parents and your stupid parents.
A lot of stupid
and
parents.
Max Zapata's stupid parents and Dawson's parents are together.
They're good.
Yeah, that's what makes them stupid.
So, it is never a good time to talk about it, but now's the time. This had to come clean. And,
putting two and two together, imagine Malibu was a fallout of this situation.
Well, Malibu was actually started as Natalia saying, "Can we go hang out in Malibu, like for a rental, during the summer and that kind
and
of
you
stuff."
said, "I'll do you one better."
Yeah.
Don't hit one upper.
There's your room. So it interestingly enough the origins of Malibu weren't. We're getting separated. I need a place to live, but it morphed into that.
Reverse engineering.
Yeah, which is, and I'm out there 3 days a week or 4 days a week or kind of switch off. Get in the ocean every day I'm out there.
Wow.
It's cold today. And just getting on with it.
Feel free to just
Go ahead.
give me a little slap across the face. But no, that was it.
You're not married yet.
You do enough damage with your email this morning. I literally
Haven't you learned your lesson?
I was driving in, I was thinking, okay, what do I want to say? How do I say this? Well, guess who's getting married? We've got a date.
Well, it won't last. Just kidding.
Pray.
So when I was going through a breakup, not a marriage, but a pretty heavy breakup, my therapist at the time said, I have counseled married couples before, and it comes to a point where at one point I've said, I can't help you stay together, but I can absolutely help you break up. in a way that will cause the least amount of fallout. Has that been something to consider in a counseling way? Or?
Yeah, we brought, when we told the kids, we brought them in to counseling, and we just did it in that environment because we just thought it'd be a better environment. And yeah, I'd say that's generally true. It hasn't. I mean, ultimately, it's better. My life's better, and I'm fine with it. But it's still not something. It's not really a logical thought. It's like I don't want this thing to happen, but I'm better off if it does happen. So for me, I'm sort of philosophical.
That makes sense. And you're a person who, in general, is also very much in control of your life and the things happening in your life. Mm-hmm. So this must be one of those moments where everything just feels a little uncomfortable because it doesn't feel like it's in your control.
Yeah, I'd say that. I've done a pretty good job of just sort of creating an environment where I get to be in charge of the environment.
Right.
And work's been that way. I mean, you still have to work, but you sort of do it on your own terms. Right. Basically kind of my life. Well, as Tucker Carlson mentioned, he came in here and said, I see you working amongst your cars and the people you want to work with and working in your own place. And he went and did that in his place. So, I do like that. And then this isn't something you're in control of. Right. So it's not comfortable, and it's also, it's like every part of life, which is the worst. It's the worst when it is the worst, like living somewhere else, right. Just sleeping in some place that is barely furnished, right. Just where the TV doesn't work, you're just sort of sitting around sort of with your own thoughts, like it, now, Malibu's comfortable. Mm-hmm. I got my stuff in there. Mm-hmm. It takes you a while to like dial in your space.
Of course. Oh God, how do you move a movie theater?
I haven't dialed in a space.
Well, Sunny helps.
I burnt that shit to the ground. That's the first thing I did was get drunk and fucking light a flare, threw it in there, taped to some gas cans.
Sure.
But yeah, so now it's like, yeah, I like staying at home. I like seeing the kids. I like going to Malibu. The kids will come stay with me in Malibu. So it's like, it's evened out.
You've certainly figured out, as always, what sounds like the best way to navigate something that seems unnavigatable.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
The mind floods with questions and ideas. First of all, Chris, remember that idea I pitched to you where Adam said our exes have to write our profiles for dating?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to write your profile for dating. We're going to have a bid on this. Number two, feel free not to answer. This is a personal question, but I'm thinking of things that I'm going to get we are going to get tweeted tomorrow. Like, what about this? What financially? What's going to happen with assets? I mean, we have an empire here. You have Carolla Drinks, you have cars.
Yeah.
Media.
Well, so nothing about me working my ass off all the time is going to change. That shall remain.
Even more incentive to live the life your wife and kids are leading.
We're just using a mediator. It's not everyone's lawyered up and all that. So, we'll figure it out.
Garagos is probably like, use a mediator. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. No, Garagos recommended a mediator. Yeah. So that'll...
Those dudes that are fighting each other, quote unquote, best friends, and you two are the enemy.
It's always...
Lena, if you're listening, you don't want to get screwed on this.
I've always heard it's a nightmare. Yeah, so we'll try to figure it out via the mediator, but and we shall see. Hopefully we'll keep some of those Newman cars.
Will Lynette still be doing Carolla Drink stuff?
Yeah, she's going to run that business. I'm going to do what I'm doing. She's going to do what she's doing. There's not going to be any interruption of anything. I think everything's going to be basically the same. Just
Carolla Singles Cruise in December.
That's right, baby. All right. So now Gina's getting married, so tell us all about it.
Oh, it's all about your impending nuptials.
Well, I really hope you guys are there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. We're getting married in a fucking blueberry patch.
Let's cut to the bridesmaids.
They're very good. They're good looking.
What were they wearing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's one is in
Oh,
Adam.
wait, you got a big problem. Good news and bad news. They're all smoking hot. The bad news is they made the list one year of chicks that would be disgusted to sleep with you. Remember?
Oh.
Gina's friends collectively.
You had one friend who thought